Greetings and salutations, welcome to another club guide on the FMScout channel. My name's Loki Doki, there's a link to my channel in the description. Today we're going to be looking at Leeds. We're going to be looking at the team itself, the youth team, see if there's any good players. We're going to see what players we need to bring in. We're going to look at the what the board expect us to do this season, what sort of finances they give us, all that sort of stuff. A whole sort of overview of the club entirely, especially if you're going to start a Leeds stave, this is the perfect place to start. And they're a very interesting challenge. I have a Leeds career on my channel. I think I'm up to episode almost 70 now. So go check that out if you want even more detail about Leeds. But I thought I'd do one for this. I know them quite well now, having used them for a while. So first off, we're going to look at the owner and see what they expect us to do it. So nobody likes him. His name is Massimo Cellino. He is the current owner of Leeds. Now, in my save, we got taken over within, I think, the first year or two. So I think that's quite likely to happen. He doesn't seem to want to be there, and he doesn't stay around very long. So if you're looking for a team that has a chance of a buyout, maybe even a sugar daddy, then this is a good shout for you. So let's see what they expect us to do. So there's no specific philosophies they want us to achieve, which is always nice. You can play how you want and do what you like. We'll go into what the board expect us to achieve this season. If I click the right-ish thing. Okay, the championship. They expect us to get mid-table, which is very doable with the team we've got. We've got a team full of some really good youngsters. The trick is holding on to them. The FA Cup, 4th round, and the League Cup, 3rd round. I think that's pretty good. Right, next we're going to look into finances. We have no money to spend, 150,000, so that's going to be the tricky part. We got 4 million in the bank. Let's see if they will give us any more money. I need to strengthen the squad. Ooh, we're gonna get left behind. Okay, it's not happening. He's a tit. Right, we're currently spending 170,000 on wages, and we've got a budget of 183. So we've got a little bit of room there, but really we need to buy, sell to buy players. Really. Now let's look at the team. So this is our Leeds team. We're going to go through the players. I'm not going to go through massive amounts of detail. We're just going to have a sort of quick skim through, look at the players, see what areas need improving, what areas maybe players that we could sell to make some money. So first off in goal, we've got Ross. We'll look at the main goalkeeper first. So Marco Silvestri is our main goalkeeper, and he's pretty decent. He's 24 years old, Italian. We have bought him for 400,000 last season. He's a decent player. Tendency, he likes to punch a ball, as European keepers often do. Reflexes 16. He's not too bad at all. I think he's fine for the first season. Remember, we haven't got too much to play with, so you have to sort of deal with some of these players first season. As the backup, we've got a 30-year-old Ross Turnbull, and he's fine as a backup. I don't think he's really going to challenge Silvestri, but that's okay. Next up, we're going to look at right back. So first right back we've got is Berardi, who's a very good right back. He, in my experience, he does get sent off a bit. He's got very high aggression. He likes to dive into tackles, but he is a very attacking, good fullback. The other fullback we've got is the youngster Sam Byram, who's just gone to. It's gone out of my head. He's just moved in real life. 21 years old, 5-star potential ability. This guy, keep him at the club. He's got only 1 year left on his contract, so I would immediately offer him a new contract to get him to stay around. But he's a very good, and he can also play right midfield as well. He's good going forward, but decent defensively as well. As far as our left backs go, we have Charlie Taylor, who's the youngster on the other side. Very similar to Sam Byram, really. A little bit better defensively, but a very good player, very good defensively. Definitely keep him as well. And that's kind of it for left backs. So we might need to strengthen that area. So, centre-backs, we've got Belushi. Again, he's another one I found really got sent off a lot. 18 aggression, argues with officials, dives into tackles, marks opponent tightly. All those sort of suggest he will get sent off. But he's a decent player. I don't know whether it's worth selling him for 2.1. At the end of this video, what we'll do is I'll skip ahead a couple of months and then make the transfers I would make. And then we'll have a little review of all the sort of sales and purchases that I made. Next up, we've got Scott Wooten, who's the ex-Man United youngster, who's a centre-back, can play right-back, but more of a defensive right-back. But he's a decent, actual all-round player. He's not going to set the world alight, but he's not too bad. We have Liam Cooper, who's a centre-back, can also fill in at left-back, which might be needed, considering we'd only have one. And he's okay. He's alright. He's nothing special. Maybe you could sell him if you got enough money for him. And we've got Sol Bamba, who's our more experienced centre-back. I do like this guy. He's got really good physicals. He's got all your sort of good centre-back things like tackling, marking, heading are all decent. Leadership is good. Good composure, good bravery. Yeah, he's a very good. Gets forward whenever possible. Tries to play his way out of his troubles. Tries to play his way out of his troubles. Tries to play way out of. Oh, just leave it. You know what I mean. Dives into tackles, long range passes, runs with the ball often. So we've got another dive into tackles, but I found him to be quite a little bit less likely to get sent off. His aggression's 13, so he's a little bit lower than that. So he's a bit more safe. But we have a few players that dive into tackles there. So defensively, not too bad. We probably need a left back. That's kind of it. Maybe a centre back if you had the money. Next, we got Tom Adeyemi, who's on loan to us. He's a ball-winning midfielder and can play as a defensive midfielder. On loan from Cardiff. Not bad. We got Luke Murphy, who's injured. He's out for 7 weeks to start the save. But he's pretty decent. I quite like this guy. All-round decent player without being special. And he's the best as a playmaker. We got Lewis Cook, who's the big one. He's got 2 years left on his contract. In my lead save, I had to sell him because he had 1 year left. He wouldn't sign a new contract. And I got offered like £10 million for him. He's a very good player. In my save, he became an England regular. 22 caps by the age of sort of 25. Yeah, superb player. Keep hold of him if you can. Casper Sloth, who was very good for me in the first couple of years in the Championship. Didn't really make it to Premiership level in my save, but very good central midfielder. He's a good versatile player, can also play attacking midfield. Very good player. Alex Moat, another English young starlet of the Leeds side. Central midfielder again, can fill in at left. He's actually not too bad at left midfield if you're not playing too attacking. And he's a decent set-piece taker as well. Good all-rounder. Only 20 years old. We've got some great young players in this team. That was what made me want to take Leeds on. Next up, we've got Tommaso Bianchi, who's a central midfielder. Okay. Decent squad player. Nothing more than that, really. We've got Dawson, who's a 20-year-old Welshman. 221 caps for Wales. Not that good, really. Either keep him as a sort of back up to your team just to fill out the squad, or maybe sell him on. I don't think he's ever really going to make it. Calvin Phillips, another one of the excuse me, another one of the youngsters. A little bit better. Probably a decent squad player for a season or two. I don't think he's going to be like a regular at any point, but he's not bad to have. Stuart Dallas is he was fantastic for me. He can play anywhere on the wing, both sides. Gets into opposition areas, shoots from distance, dwells on the ball and runs with ball often. He's got very good stats. He improves a lot. He scores a lot of goals for me. I used to play him as an inside forward and he was fantastic for me. He struggled a little bit in the Premiership, but in the Championship he was immense. Then we've got Antonucci, who plays up front as a false nine. Another sort of decent all-rounder. He's 30 years old, so he's not getting any better, but he could be decent for a season or two. Then we've got Jordan Bataka. I didn't have much luck with this guy. He did have an injury in my first season that sort of set him back quite a way. But others have said that he gets really good. So definitely one to keep an eye on him. He's got some random stats. He's really pacey. He's got a good first touch. But there's some things that let him down. His finishing is only 6. So inside forward is probably not his best role. But as a winger, as a pacey winger, definitely going to do well. His strength is only 9 and actual fitness is 7. There, what sort of lets him down there. And a couple of his mentals aren't very good. But he's only 22 years old. Still a very good player. Next up, we've got Lee Irwin, 21 years old. As you can see, this team is so young. Another decent all-rounder without being spectacular. Sort of squad player striker. He's never going to set the world alight. Next up, we've got Chris Wood. 23 years old. New Zealand international. Doesn't really say much. But a decent all-rounder. Plays best as a target man. He's 63. He's 6'3". Plays his shot. Plays with his back to goal. So it's kind of maybe a target man on support type role would be suited him best. And then we've got Solomon Dukara, who is a very good striker. 23 years old. I quite like this guy. Plays best as a defensive forward. So we've got no real sort of advanced forward or poacher in our team. These two guys are more sort of your target man type players, but he's still a very good player, and he's going to improve. He's only 23. So there you go, not too bad a team. I think it can do. I think it would be fine to get mid-table, as is. You could make no transfers and have this team hit mid-table. I mean, you haven't got much money, so it's probably pretty much what you're going to have to do this season anyway. But let's look at the under-21s quickly. We're not going to go through them all. I'm just going to look at the top talent. So Jack the Man Van is a decent centre-back. He never quite came through for me, but he's not a bad option. Hopefully, if with a bit of tutoring, you might get good. He's about the only one decent there. Okay, and there's not really anybody decent in the under 18s. So there we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to skip forward a month using the magic of editing and see what transfers I would have made. Remember, we've got not much money, so there's not going to be a great deal of stuff, but maybe we can bring 1 or 2 players in. A loan is often a good idea this first season, just because you haven't got the money. So I will see you in a sec. Welcome back. Now, as you'd expect, not having much money and not having much wage budget, we haven't done too much in the transfer window. There's a couple of players that I might have looked to have sold, but have only just arrived. So maybe in the January transfer window we do a bit more. I did try and sign my favourite player of this year's FM, which is Christophe Ajer, A-J-E-R. And we offered him a contract. I gave him pretty much everything I could to get him to sign. I offered him 16 grand a week, and he sodded off to Atletico Madrid. Like Chelsea, Man United, Inter were in for him. It was there. Everybody was after him. I offered him a crap ton of money, but he still wanted to go to Atletico on like £3,000 a week, which was annoying, but fair enough to him. So we didn't get him, but we did get some loanies in. We got 1 free transfer. We sold a couple of players. So let's have a look. So Bianchi went out to Bristol City for 350k. You probably might have got more if you sort of pushed it and stuff, but he's never really going to get many games. He's like 4th, 5th choice centre midfielder. So I'm happy just to get rid of him, get him off the wage budget. And also Chris Dawson, who was that youngster that was never going to make it. I sold him for like £7,000 in the end. So the players we did get in. So I wanted, we'll look at the tactics shortly to see how I'm actually going to set up this side. But we got Rolando Aarons in from Newcastle. I had him in my lead save and he was fantastic. Can play both sides. Very pacey. Loads of flair. He's going to beat people for fun. I think he'll be a really good addition to us this season. We've got Gaston Silva on loan from Torino. He's going to be our sort of main backup left back. Again, very attacking, and I'll show you why shortly. But not paying him any wages. It was just a perfect deal, really. He's just a very decent left back. And the only signing we made permanently was Gabi. Oh, I'm going to murder this. Mudingai. Him. Belgian international, 15 caps for Belgium, 33 years old, so it's only a 1-year deal. He's played for some big sides: Bologna, Inter, Lazio, Torino. He's had a very good career over the years. He's been bought for a lot of money. Very experienced player. He's going to be my anchor man that I needed. His physicals are obviously dropping because of his age, but they're still decent enough. Really good strength, which is very important. Plays short, simple passes. Dives into tackles because that seems to be the theme of our team, so we might as well keep going with that. But very, very good defensive midfielder. Tons of experience, good teamwork. He's got good leadership, work rate. He's very good tackler. Good heading. Perfect for an anchor man, really, for a season. I'll probably get him to tutor one of my youngsters. Like I said, just on a year's deal. So let's have a look into the tactic I'm going to use for the season. Now, if you've seen my lead save on my channel, you'll see that it's sort of similar to that because obviously it worked and I spent a lot of time on that. So if you look at, obviously when you're building a tactic, the first thing you look at is where are the strengths of your teams. And my team has got a couple of really good central midfielders. It's also got really good fullbacks, attacking fullbacks. So that's the sort of theme of this team, is that we're going to use an attacking fullback or complete wingbacks. Because they're the most sort of attacking, really, to bomb forward. So Taylor and Byram, and even their backups, are both very attacking as well. So these are the main men of our season. In my lead save, I'm playing, 5th, 6th year in the Premiership, and these are still my fullbacks. This is how good these guys become. They are very good players. I've given Byram a new contract because he only had 1 year left. So we're building the team around them. So we've got Bamba and Belushi's standard centre-backs. We've got Mudingai, good murdering it, is our anchor man. So he's going to fill in and drop in these holes when these attacking fullbacks go forward. And then in central midfield, we've got our 2 playmakers, which is Cook and Moat. They're quality players. And then these 2 guys up front is wingers. They're actually inside forwards. So I'll show you the actual team instructions shortly. But the idea is that these bomb past, these can cut inside a bit more and sort of support the target man, which will be Wood. In my Leeds save, I use a complete forward, but we don't really have any of those. So I'm going to try it off with target man, but that's something that can and probably will change depending on who's playing up front and if the tactic's working. So just to support Wood up front even more, we've got Dallas playing sitting narrower, just Dallas, so he's going to sit narrow, so he's going to play in that sort of role there, just off that target man, which is what you need for a target man. Byram and Taylor are going to bomb forward, as I said. So we're going to play with a decently high tempo. We're going to play quite narrow. That forces all the team in, and then that allows space for the wing-backs to get forward. We're going to use the offside trap. We're playing out of defence and exploit the left and right flanks because we want to get it onto the inside forwards and these wing-backs. That's what we're concentrating on. So we're looking for the overlap. So that means that my central midfielders, even my inside forwards, will hold the ball up a little bit more, wait for the overlap, wait for the runner and pass into space. That's why we've got that pass into space. Retain possession is just a personal preference. I like to try and win that possession more. Be more expressive because we've got a decent team and I think we can. And run at the defence because we've got some decent pace and decent dribbling with Bataka, Dallas and Rolando Aarons. So that would be pretty much my tactic. Playing on a control to start with and a fluid shape so we can move around a little bit more. That's probably what I start with. Obviously we need to learn that over the course of the pre-season. We're only in 22nd of July, so plenty of time for that. And that's sort of about it really. So I think, like I said, we haven't made many transfers, but I think January transfer window might be a slightly bigger window because we can sell a couple of the players that we only just bought that you can't sell at the beginning of the game. And I think that about sums it up. If you want to know more about this Leeds team in more depth, go and check out my channel because obviously I've got 70 episodes of a Leeds save. So especially the first few with the original team like this, you'll see how I set up and how I did it all. And you can follow along and leave comments and stuff like that. So, I hope you enjoyed the Leeds club guide. It's one of my favourite saves I've done in FM this year, to be honest. I'm really enjoying it. I won't give away too much in case you're going to go and watch my save, but we're in the Premiership, doing all right. That's all I'll say. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. Let me know what you did with your Leeds saves. I know there's tons of people that played the Leeds saves, so let me know what transfers you made. And let me know what teams you want to see next in the club guides. I'm happy to take suggestions. It can be from England. Don't say the Premiership clubs because I've done all of the Premiership clubs on my own channel. So any of the around the world, I'll happily get on that. And I will see you in the next episode. Please check out my channel in the description. Please check out FMScout.com for tons of content and graphics and logos and all that good stuff. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.